Hi, my name is Javier and I'm the CTO and Co-founder here at PraxisFlow Strategies. Today, I'm going to show you how to build a fully automated client intake system for your law firm using Airtable completely from scratch. By the end of this video, you'll have a system that captures leads data, sends them a confirmation email with a link to book their consultation, and follows up with anyone who still hasn't booked after 48 hours. And the best thing, without anyone on your team doing any of that math. Now, let me jump into Airtable and show you exactly how this works. So I'm starting fresh here. I created this table and I'm gonna rename it leads. Now let's look at the fields that we need. We have name. I'm gonna leave the default notes field. We also have email, phone number. We have a matter type, single select field with options like personal injury, family law, estate planning, business law, immigration, or other. Of course, you can customize this to meet your specific needs and the information that you wish to collect from your leads. And finally, we have a status field with options like new, contacted, scheduled, reported, and lost. If we go to the section settings of this field, we are going to see that I can make default value as new so that every lead that submits the form gets recorded with the new status. Okay, this is going to help you see exactly where in your pipeline your leads are at every moment. Now, the intake form. Here on the top center, you can click on Forms and then click on Build it yourself. The first thing is selecting which table we want those fields to come from. In this case, let's select our new leads table. And then let's give it a name, such as Schedule a free consultation. And finally, click on Create Form. Here, you'll see the form builder. Here you can add or remove fields as you see fit, depending on the data that you need to request from your leads. In my case, I'm going to remove the status field as leads don't really need to fill that in. Once you're ready with your form, click on Publish here on the top. Once the form is being published, you need to change the permissions for this form. In our case, we want anyone to be able to submit this form, so let's change the access to anyone on the web. Similarly, you can see that this form can be embedded in your firm's website, or you can even grab the link and then share that link via email or text message, for example. In my case, I'm gonna close this here and let's submit a quick sample just to see it working. So let's add an example name, then an email, also just a phone number. Let's select the matter type, and then finally some example notes. And let's click on Submit. Once the data has been submitted, let's click on View Data to go back. And now we can see that our lead information is in our leads table. It has the status as new, and now this record is ready to be worked for. Now, this is where it gets powerful. Click on Automations on top, and let's create a new automation. In this case, the trigger will be when a record is created. And let's choose the table. In this case, our leads table. Next, let's add an action. For example, send an email. On the To field, let's click on the plus icon, and this is going to allow you to use information from previous steps, and we can actually select the dynamic field for the email value of the lead that just submitted that form. Now let's give it a subject. For example, we received your request. Here's how to book your consultation. And finally, let's add an email body. So let's do something like hi. And as you can see, we can place our cursor anywhere on this message, and we can also click on the plus icon. So similarly to what we did on the To field, we can also select a dynamic value for that name of the lead that just submitted that form. So it would read something like hi name, which is going to be replaced by the actual name of the lead that just submitted that form. Now, once you're done with your automation, don't forget to turn it on. Now, every lead that submits that form, either at 2 p.m., 11 p.m., or even on a Sunday morning, is going to get a custom confirmation email instantly with a link to book their consultation. And the best, your team doesn't even have to worry about it. Now, the second automation. For this one, I'm going to create a new field. It's going to be a checkbox type of field, and I'm going to name it follow-up sent. And the default value is going to be left unchecked. Now let's go to the Automations tab again, and let's create a new automation on the Create New button. right? And let's choose create automation. In this case, the trigger is going to be different. The trigger is going to be at a scheduled time. Okay, let's select the interval type and let's choose days. And this is gonna run every, let's say, 2 days at around, let's say 9 a.m. Okay, now let's select an action. In this case, what we need to do first is find records. We're gonna choose our table, which is gonna be the leads table, and we're gonna search those records based on a condition. Okay, so every 48 hours, we're gonna search records on the leads table where the status field is new. Okay, so we only want to send this follow-up email to those leads who haven't scheduled. If the leads have scheduled, we will change the status field to the scheduled value, and they will not get a redundant email. Okay, and finally, let's add a new condition where also the follow-up send needs to be unchecked. In this case, we only want to send this reminder email, this follow-up, only once. This could be customized and changed depending on your needs, but in this case, we don't want to keep sending the same follow-up reminder email again and again every 2 days. Okay, so this is why I'm adding these two conditions right here. Next, let's go ahead with send an email. Now, similarly to what we just saw in the past automation, we can click on the plus icon, and then let's use the data from the find records step. Okay, let's scroll down, click on field values, and then let's select the email. All right, this step is going to iterate over each record that it found that meets the previous conditions that we set. Okay, and it's gonna grab their email. Similarly, let's give it a subject. This could be something like following up on your request. And finally, let's include that message, right? Just like we did on the past automation, we can also include here the calendar email, okay? And then we can also click on the plus icon here next to the hi greeting. And then again, find records, scroll down to the field values and select their name, right? So it's gonna read hi plus the name of that person, okay? Now, when everything's set up correctly, don't forget to turn that automation. Now, if 2 days go by and a lead who submitted the form has not scheduled a consultation, this automation kicks in and they will get a gentle reminder to schedule a consultation. Again, your team doesn't have to remember to send that follow-up and nothing falls through the cracks. Now, before we finish this automation, let's click on add a new step and then let's select update a record. In this case, we need to select again the table. It's gonna be, and then let's choose the record ID of the record that we want to update. In this case, let's again click on the plus icon. Let's choose the data from the find record step, and let's scroll down. And we're not gonna click on the field values because we're not gonna use the value of those fields. We want to grab the actual record ID that this automation is processing on this run. Okay, and let's finally choose the field that we want to update. As we mentioned, we want to update the follow-up send checkbox field that we created, right? And then let's mark it as checked. This is so that next time this automation runs within 2 days, right, it will not send the same email again and again to the same lead once it's been sent, okay? This is how we want to do it in this case. This could be customized. You can send different emails and different time frames, but in this case, we only want to send this follow-up email with this specific language only once, right? So let's click on update, and this is how this automation is going to look. Okay, every 48 hours it's going to run only for those leads who have not been sent a follow-up yet, and also those who have not scheduled a consultation. And there you have it, a fully automated client intake system built with Airtable in under 10 minutes. Now, every lead gets a response, nobody slips through the cracks, and nobody in your team had to manually send a single email. So if you found value in this video, leave a like, subscribe, and if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. I'm Javier from PraxisFlow, and I will see you in the next one.